My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Virgos. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For this week, I'm going to be doing your general reading, your past, present, future, a 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and finish off with 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started with your reading. Okay. General card is the Four of Wands. Happy home, happy earth, happy family, abundance, and confidence. So let's look at the first row. You start off with Six of Pentacles reversed. Taurus, Capricorn, maybe more Virgo placements. Hanged Man reversed Pisces energy. And then you get the Devil reversed Capricorn energy. Okay. You know what I saw you doing is you were actually escaping from all of this, like maybe, setbacks and stuff like that, because the Six of Pentacles is considered a one-way charity and stuff like that. But I feel like that you probably, didn't get what you wanted, or maybe, it's like, this could have also been some financial loss or setback, that kind of, caused, you to feel like, oh goodness, I'm just not getting my money right now. I'm not getting anything right now. It's really, it's just, I feel like that there's a bit of a setback that took place, and it made you feel kind of so anxious and unsettled. So I love the fact that, you managed to release yourself from the devil. So I feel like that, I'm not really getting the term deceptive offering, but I just feel like that you didn't want to be put in this position any longer and stuff like that, because you had the confidence within yourself to actually free yourself from the devil situation in the past. And that is beyond impressive, and I'm just so impressed with my beautiful Virgos, if this were to resonate with you, is that you finally just thought, you know what? I'm done with all this negativity, these setbacks and bumps in the roads. No matter what I do, it just feels like I'm just to face nothing with, disappointment and setbacks and stuff like that as well. It's making me feel incredibly restless and feeling, uneasy and stuff like that. So I'm just going to walk away. So kudos all to the ones who managed to do that. Because in current times, Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Three of Cups, celebrating something, and the Knight of Cups of being presented with some offering. And I feel like that hard work pays off. Because, you managed to release yourself from the devil and what have you and stuff like that. So then it more or less opened up this very beautiful card of actually wanting to put time and energy or even efforts into your current goals or endeavors for that matter. You're definitely celebrating something because hard work definitely paid off, and it opened up this beautiful Knight of Cups of some kind of offering heading towards you. Fabulous, and I'm just so beyond impressed. I mean, right now, it just looks beautiful. Wow. I just feel like that the cards is pretty much just, speak for itself. So, but anyway, we'll head off towards the future. You start off with Eight of Pentacles, upright, hard work. Knight of Pentacles, one of your beautiful cards. And then you suddenly get hit with the Ace of Wands of not wanting to put time and energy into something. Well, the thing is, it's like I do see, this offering taking place. And I do see you working incredibly hard, and you're patiently waiting for your salary, but yet in the end you don't really want to proceed it anymore. Yeah. Sometimes these situations happen, you manage to escape, from any kind of feeling confined, feeling bounded, bondage, what have you in other ways. And so you're finally taking action, you're actually celebrating, this personal acknowledgement, or maybe still celebrating some special occasion. And then, you're being presented with something. But somehow I feel like that this current situation you're in is not really going to make you feel happy in the future. But of course, it could always be your sense of uncertainty with any kind of offerings that you just think, oh yeah, it's like, I'll work incredibly hard and I'm just waiting for my next paycheck. But then suddenly, you're hit with loss of motivation. But we'll have to clarify these cards right now. Because for the Six of Pentacles reversed, you get the Six of Pentacles. So maybe, it's like, you were being presented with something even though it didn't really make you feel like it was something being offered to you. Or maybe you just didn't see it immediately as a offering in other ways as well. So sometimes, it's like these kind of offerings can actually put you in a moment of actually having to do a lot of introspection to kind of keep yourself grounded and think, okay, we're being presented with this situation right now, so how are we going to go about it? So here it was actually being presented with something, but it just didn't seem like it, but yet it was still maybe some kind of silver lining gift either way. Because you felt incredibly restless. I mean, it could have been a silver lining opportunity as well. You felt restless in the past, and then you got the Five of Swords. So you probably, overcame and maybe, won some kind of battle, maybe against the Pisces, or maybe it was some kind of battle against overcoming, your sense of uncertainties and stuff like that, feeling a bit imbalanced and anxious and stuff like that, to think, okay, it's like we're going to have to kind of keep ourselves as calm as possible. Because, what's the point of running around in circles where, you're just wasting precious time and energy, right? So here it is actually just thinking, oh goodness, it's like, okay, I won some kind of battle and stuff like that. So, but anyway, we'll have to continue because from escaping or releasing yourself from the devil situation, whatever it could have been, whoops, you got the Two of Grails. So you probably, got accepted into like this really beautiful career or job or some kind of offering. Or it could have also been your senses and intuition that were putting you in a form of healing. But whatever, contributed to the Two of Cups, you could have a wonderful spouse, partner, companion in other ways. But this could have also been a very beautiful offering that also, helped you out of this devil situation as well. Because, it's like Capricorn with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy as well. So, but anyway. Because for the Ace of Swords, you get the Queen of Pentacles, one of your beautiful cards. So right now, I see you putting a lot of hard work. So I feel like that you maybe, you could have experienced some kind of struggle in the past. And so in current positions, you're pretty much just now, 100% in a really confident, stable, realistic, hardworking, and you're so motivated as ever by wanting to use the Ace of Swords of putting time and effort into any kind of voyage and quest that you're heading down towards. So I just feel like that it looks a little bit uncertain about the past, but sometimes we have to experience these struggles or even, weather any kind of metaphorical storm, so then it could pretty much, just open up this beautiful sunrise or this beautiful, shiny moment where you're back in your confident situation. Wow. Because with the Three of Cups, you're celebrating some personal acknowledgement in other ways. And then you get the Magician, wanting to manifest something. Aha. So here you are, probably so motivated as ever to want to start creating something new. I am just beyond so impressed with today's reading. I know I'm kind of zipping by it a bit too quickly, but I just feel like that these cards just practically just speak for themselves. I mean, it just looks like a little bit uncertain and stuff like that. But of course, if you have a beautiful, happy home, happy earth, happy family, that is a very beautiful base to actually, remind yourself of, all of them, just, your confidence, maybe you have a wonderful supportive, siblings, elders, what have you in other ways. But maybe, it's like, your family helped, accentuate and amplify your confidence as well. So here you are celebrating this very beautiful, maybe you're actually manifesting a new fledgling in other ways as well. So maybe that is why you get the Four of Wands, happy home, happy earth, happy family. So, but anyway, for Knight of Cups, being presented with an offering, you get the Four of Wands. So this is actually the official Four of Wands in today's reading. So I feel like that, this offering is definitely, maybe this is a new fledgling on its way. Maybe this is definitely a new offering that's just more or less just practically scratching you behind the ears in other ways, but you feel incredibly confident. There's happy home, happy earth, happy family, and abundance pretty much coming up for you. You probably have so much support taking place. I mean, I'm just beyond impressed with today's reading so far. I'm just like thinking, wow. It just looked like maybe you did have a bit of a struggle in the past, but like I keep saying, it's like, sometimes these struggles are just like metaphorical, rain clouds or just thunderstorms, because the Four of Wands is definitely a wonderful, and you could even just have so much confidence and just think, okay, everything is just working out for me. Wow. No, I'm just kind of worried about the future. When it comes to hard work with the Eight of Pentacles, you do get the Eight of Swords. So the thing is when you're pretty much riding a wonderful, beautiful route of optimism and happiness, and then suddenly, you're just working hard, you're trotting along, you're maybe on horseback and other ways as well. But I just feel like that sometimes you could also suddenly be hit with a sense of uncertainty. Maybe this could have been a flashback, it could have been a nightmare, it could have been, well, maybe, something that could potentially put you, with this offering, what could potentially put you in a sense of feeling directionless and lost as well. Because I just feel like, yeah, I just, this suddenly, just took an interesting turn for me, because why would hard work suddenly put you, feeling stuck? But, like, if you were to bring in, like, a new family member or fledgling for that matter, stuff like that, sometimes it can also put you in a feeling of thinking, oh goodness, we're going to have to work incredibly hard, and we might feel, somewhat stuck here and there and stuff like that as well. Because with the Knight of Pentacles of waiting maybe for some kind of offering of some kind, or maybe, with your salary or paycheck, you get the Six of Wands. So you're definitely going to be celebrating something, and patience will definitely pay off for my beautiful earth signs in at least this week's reading. So congratulations if this reading will resonate for you. I just think this is a very beautiful reading on so many levels. But I feel like that these readings, I mean, up until, like, even up until you, it could also be beautiful silver linings, kind of like beneficial readings. It doesn't always have to be, I mean, so far I love, a lot of these cards, so don't get me wrong, but, when it comes to, like, perhaps struggling with maybe a potential Eight of Swords, those could be actually valuable silver lining lessons that you could actually learn from, so you could actually maybe, see what your past, has, for a beautiful memory, in the sense to actually say, okay, we're being hit with this, like, maybe financial setback, or maybe we're struggling a little bit, but what did we already gain from the past so we could apply it to current times right now as well? Because why would you suddenly, not be putting out time and energy into something, and then you get this Ace of Grails? Because you know what I'm kind of getting here is you're worried about the future. And I, couldn't agree anymore. I mean, the point is, this looks like a very beautiful offering heading towards you, and something worth acknowledging. Because maybe you're worried about thinking, oh goodness, like, this Knight of Cups is offering me something, but I feel like it's not going to do much. So now this current or this next offering is, is heading off towards me. It looks more realistically, but yet it's definitely probably going to benefit you either way, even though that's pretty much something that you might think, oh goodness, I just don't feel like pursuing it or proceeding with it in other ways, because maybe, you're worried about the past. Maybe you think that the past is going to come back to you in the future. Yeah, I've had dreams about that. I've had dreams about the vampire that would suddenly just show up, in current times, just thinking, oh, Miss Gabriella, long time no see and stuff, I've actually had, like, real vivid, dreams like that. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh my goodness, is this like some kind of, like, prophecy of some kind? I'm just, oh goodness, is this really going to happen? Am I really going to meet him and stuff like that? Because I actually stopped looking for him, just so you know. So I'm just thinking, okay, I just really had to take a break, because I really thought, it's practically pointless now. Even my human familiar, talked me out of it and said, no, Miss Gabriella, as much as I know you probably want to have answers right now, it's, just focus on your beautiful followers and your fans and stuff like that as well. But I can understand how you could be, not really interested in any upcoming, like, offerings, even if they're in the form of abundance as well. Though your special vampire card says Four of Wands again, so I still see so much confidence, happy home, happy earth, happy family, and abundance taking place. So I feel like if you were to proceed with this upcoming Ace of Cups offering, even though, I mean, you could always have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio offerings, or I mean, placements, sorry about that. But the thing is the Four of Wands is definitely also showing up in your future to say, if you accept this, you'll feel stronger than before, and you'll actually achieve so much more abundance in your life and stuff like that. And that's the point, is sometimes, a lot of humans, they could definitely be so skeptical about any kind of upcoming offerings. I mean, I feel like that this week is definitely, a big change for a lot of zodiac signs. So, because Oracle wants to say redemption, absolution, forgiveness, and penance. So the thing is if you're worried that the past could potentially repeat itself, the only way I would think that you should redeem yourself is just, try to, enter into this confidence zone and try your best on so many levels. Do a lot of self-forgiveness, 100%. And even, for any kind of penance, the way to do penance is to redeem yourself and to live a happier and more successful future. Because the thing is I constantly, even, whenever I have those like daydreams, for me, and for you guys it's like night dream, or nightmares, or for me it's like day mares and stuff like that. The thing is, it's like I also have to forgive myself for what happened in other ways as well. You just have to keep forgiving yourself, heal from it, try to recover from it, try to forget it, even though it's easier said than done, because when any of the 3 cards of death, lovers, or 3 of swords pop up suddenly, I'm back to that moment again. So I just sometimes can't help it, but I love my career as being your vampire tarot card reader. But I personally also have to do so much self-forgiveness on so many levels, and I even just tell myself it's going to be okay, it's all okay, it's like, just keep working, he's not around, everything is fine, blah, 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 what have you, I give myself these talks, and then my human familiar even also gives me these talks as well, and stuff like that. So it's pretty much how, sometimes it's always good to reach out to whoever you trust and value the most, who really, will be helping you through any kind of like, just, problematic, thoughts or feelings that you could be having as to why you might not feel motivated about this upcoming Ace of Cups, right? So, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want answered. And speaking about the Ace of Cups again, for number 1, you get yes. For number 2, overcoming Nightmare City, you get yes for number 2. And then you get a no for number 3 with the 2 of Wands reversed. Okay, so you do get 2 yeses and 1 no. Hopefully that can benefit you either way. Sad but true, I'm going to have to leave it at this for now. But if this reading resonated for Virgo placements out in this world, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me in this wonderful, beautiful, calm evening. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going back to love readings. So for now, I'm just doing a general and love. But I'm also open for personal readings. And all you have to do is just check out this web link, this project page web link. That has the different prices on it for my personal readings. And let me know in the comments section below if you ever want one. But other than that, I love you guys incredibly. I want to wish you all the best of luck on where this journey may will take you and guide you towards. And as per usual, take excellent good care of yourselves.